Hello folks, here I am again with another video short, and as you know I love to cover first, but this first is rather special because there are three firsts wrapped up in one. Firstly, it's the first time we visit the Christmas market at the Bastions Park. Secondly, it's the first time a Christmas market has ever been set up in the Bastions Park. So it's the first of its kind ever in Geneva. And the last first is that it's the first time we go to eat Swiss fondue in the chalet in the Bastions Park. So come discover with me the Christmas market at the Bastions Park in 2018. So you must have guessed by now whose idea it was for us to have fondue. Yes, rightly so. Yes, the one with a big, broad smile. Yes, that is one of his favorite dishes, his favorite recipes. I must confess that I do like fondue. I do like Swiss cuisine, but I wouldn't classify Swiss cuisine as my most preferred. I do eat it from time to time, why not? Just to get into the very culture and tradition of the Swiss. But no, it is not my most preferred meal. So yes, about the restaurant, it's very difficult to get a reservation, and even though they are very traditional in their decor, when it comes to getting a place, it's not so traditional. It's actually very, very high tech. If you want a reservation, it can only be done online. You cannot do offline reservations. You have to do it in the air, virtual, in the cloud, online. But it's very well done online. If you go to the website Noël au Bastions and you look for the chalet à fondue, and then you will find how to reserve. You select your date, and then because of how very popular this restaurant must be, you only have few slots available now, and so there isn't that much of a choice. So then you have to take what's there. But it is impressive, and afterwards, when you key in your details, including your email address and name and everything, then you get a confirmation by email that you have a reservation. So this is how I managed to get the reservation at the chalet, at the Christmas market at the Bastions Park. And yes, so I just remembered an incident whereby you see this burner. It was really, really hot, and we tried to turn it down and we couldn't, so we asked for assistance from one of the servers, and she wasn't familiar at all either of how to turn down the fire of the burner, and so she needed to call assistance, and the assistants couldn't help. And so in the end, we ended up just having the fondue first and deciding not to start with the entry, and so we reversed the order and we had the fondue first and then the entry. I went for pumpkin soup. I had after the fondue. And so if I had to do it all over again, in fact, if we had to do it all over again, we would not have ordered for an entry because after the fondue we were so stuffed, we were so full, we were so satisfied that it was such a challenge to eat the entry. But yes, it's really worth the while to go to the chalet at the Christian market of the Bastions Park to sample their fondue. And there again, they don't only just cater for Swiss cuisine, they cater for others as well. So there is a choice, but of course, if you're in a Swiss chalet, then how can you not go for a fondue or any other Swiss recipes? So this is what we opted for. So voila. Yes, so I just remembered something very important, an important piece of information that I think I cannot keep to myself, but I need to share. Whenever or if ever you plan to eat fondue, okay, in a wooden chalet with lots and lots of people, then I would strongly suggest that you do not go wear black, because this is what I did. And eating the fondue in black, I ended up sweating like crazy, sweating like mad. And so, I mean, this is very pertinent, relevant advice I would give to you. If you're going into a Swiss chalet with lots of people, that in and of itself makes it very hot in there. And then if you're in black and you're eating fondue with all the added additional heat, then that becomes explosive. So please take my advice. Do not wear black eating fondue, especially if you're a black person, black woman. Voila. So this more or less sums up our experience. And of course, after eating all that much cheese, we had to get out and get fresh air and try to move the cheese down a bit and guide it into its final destination, the digestive tract. So to do that, I mean, we decided that maybe it's best that we take a short walk around the Christmas winter garden at the Bastions Park. And so this is what we ended up doing. So it was pretty nice and quaint and cute, with all the lights still up even though it was daytime, with the little Christmas trees. And and for me, that was familiar territory, because remember, this is the very same location that I came to pick up my bib and to run in the 41st Course de l'Escalade, Escalade run. So it always brings me memories when I come to the Bastion Park. But as you can see, the Bastion Park has transformed and looks quite different, totally different actually. And now it is full of food stalls. I mean, there was an Iranian stall I saw Japanese food. I saw a stall that seemed to sell pure black cocoa powder, chocolate drinks. And I saw outside there was a stall for raclette, another Swiss cuisine. And yeah, the lots and lots of stalls. And the whole place, it's really worth visiting. So if you haven't visited the Christmas winter market at the park, the Bastions Park, I would strongly urge you to do so. It is worth your visit, honestly. And apart from eating at the chalet or at other food stalls. There are lots of games like you see for children, the big and the small. And you also have other activities. You have a skating rink, and there's even a place, a ute for children to try out artistic activities. And there is also a skating rink, and this is one of the challenges that I have set myself up for, is to get back to skating this winter. I used to skate when my son was so young. I think he must have been 4 or 5 or whatever, and I used to skate with him, and then I just threw away my skates or dumped them somewhere, and I haven't gone back to it since. But this year I have set myself to this challenge to skate. And yeah, like I said earlier, there's this ute where parents can leave their children there. It's like a daycare center where they indulge or take care of the children in different artistic creative work, but no shoes are allowed apparently, so the kids have to take off their shoes and put it on the side, which I can understand because the way the weather has been so far, it's either been rainy or it has been snowing. So obviously, to keep the damp out of the place, they strongly advise that no shoes are allowed. And talking about other activities that you can indulge in at the Bastions Park, there is the chess and the draughts. I used to be able to play these two board games very well, but for one reason or the other, that has also gone to the window. But this Christmas season, holiday period, is an opportunity to get all these skills and knowledge back. And so this is what I plan to do. So if you liked what you saw, if you'd like to continue to see more and watch more of these stories, please like, please share, please comment, and please subscribe. And what is your story? I'm looking forward to hearing them as well. Bye. And before I sign off, I just want to remind you that I produced this film with my mobile phone by overlaying pictures and videos with text and music and transitions. So it's that simple.